So this is what I have right now, and I'm going to test on this. It doesn't look, oh, you can't see it. It doesn't look close. It looks a bit too, you can't see it. It's okay. Too yellow. Get some, you can put some black, or Christine, are you using olive green?
Yes, I just have to
use olive green, because that's it's olivey. It has an olive green in it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it does. So red, it has red in it. So because when you mix, well, no, when you mix green with red, you get olive green.
Okay.
So if we take, we're not going to do it right now, but if you take red and I put red with my sap green, I'm going to end up with an olive green. Okay, so let's do that. I know we have lines, so if we can keep those lines showing a bit. I'm using a round brush. I think I'm going to switch to a bright. I know we're going to go over this later on with some highlights, so we don't really have to be too accurate, but I like to make sure that I don't want to go over the whole thing with one brush stroke.
So Liel,
yeah,
I just want to see what I'm seeing, because sometimes I want to make sure I'm seeing the right thing, because then I see later that, oh, I missed something. So the shutter itself, there is another piece. There's the window, and then there's another line, and then there's the shutters, right? If I'm...
Yes. Okay, so we have here a line right here, which is not really necessary, but I put it there because sometimes I'm too technical. It's just right here. So where the shutters sit, you know, where it's hanging. Usually there are hinges right here, right there. So the hinges will sit here, right here. And that's the frame, and it should go up here for the shutter. You know, it should be here.
All right.
Right there. Okay, so this is the frame for the shutter. Honestly, I didn't have to do that, but sometimes my brain is not, it goes like, oh, where's the hinge gonna go? And, you know, sometimes you don't need to do this. Just ignore it and nobody will know. But, okay, no one will know that, you know, the hinge, where's the hinge gonna go? But this is just a bit too technical right now. So this is what we're gonna do. And I'll show you right now. This is the frame where the shutters are sitting on the frame. And the one inside is going to be a lighter color. It's the same color as this. So it's more like the wood, another wooden one.
You're making that green as well?
No, it's going to be off-white.
But what are you putting on it now?
This is...
You're putting green on it again, right?
Yeah, but this one here inside, right there.
Yeah.
That's another frame. That's the frame of the inside window, not the shutters outside. That's the frame of the inside window. You know, when your window, the window usually has the glass doors or whatever panels. But right now, the glass panels are inside against the wall. You don't see them. They're open, wide open from the inside. So you don't see the glass. If you look at the reference, you'll see that you can see the glass frame. behind the shutters. This green one I'm putting right now is for the outside shutters. For the green.
Yeah, it makes sense because when you close them, everything is green.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I didn't understand if that's what you were doing. I didn't
Yeah.
understand that you were making that green as well.
No, not the inside one.
No, the inside one, I get it. I get it.
Mhm, mhm.
It's,
So if you load your brush, let's see if we can do that right now on mine. Let's see, I'm gonna load my brush. I put some water, okay? I'll put this one here so you can see when can you see it when I dip? Yeah. I dip the tip of my brush, not the whole brush. I'm gonna try to see if I go over the whole thing, can I still see? Yeah. Yeah, I can still see my
the lines?
my lines, yes.
Oh, to make it faster, you mean?
Faster, yes.
I don't have any lines drawn, so.
Oh, good. Don't have to worry about that.
Yes. Don't know why, but I don't.
I mean, at least for the first layer. And then the second layer will be more careful. Oh my God, it looks so much better with the green, the shutters. They look really nice.
Yeah. Well, you're speedy.
I'm not going, because I'm going over the lines I have, so I'll stop in a minute.
I have trouble going in a straight line, so I just straighten everything up later. I always have to.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. That's
I try to be as careful as possible, so it's not too bad, but
yeah, sometimes I do that. I just go over it, like over here. I'll fix this after.
yeah.
Right now, it's gonna just stay the way it is.
Christine, are you just watching?
Yes, for now. Then I gotta go run down and get the paints up.
I saw your video painting the cats.
On YouTube, eh? I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have it on Instagram right now.
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, on Instagram. Wait, it was a video?
Yeah. Just a
Oh,
quick one.
okay.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your tutorials. They're really good.
Thank you.
Like your animals are really your forte. I'm just doing my very first animal, my granddaughter's dog. It's I'm just doing it and we'll just see what happens. But I thought it would be kind of fun. He's a very interesting dog.
Well, remember when we did the cat? Oh my God, that was so much fun.
You know, I don't see a lot of animal drawings on YouTube, like painting. It's mostly what I see, maybe because I'm not looking for it. But are there a lot of tutorials for?
They do have. They do have.
Hmm.
Some do it in oil, which is
Oh, you're doing it.
fantastic. No, some people do it in oil on YouTube.
Okay.
That's what they show, and it's
Hmm.
fantastic.
So Layal, when you did the brush strokes all across the shutters, you just watered it down so you can still see
Yeah, so I
the
can still see. Yeah,
the lines. Okay.
yeah.
It looks good with this wall.
With this, with
Yeah,
the
the green looks good against that wall.
yeah, it does actually. Yeah. All right, so I have leftover sap green and black. I'm just going to take for the first layer. I'm just going to use it for this part. Although we're going to change that green so it doesn't look exactly the same like the shutter, but just a base. Okay. So for the highlights, I'm just adding white. I added white, titanium white to sap green and the black I have. I'm trying to get the white to be more on the upper part of the outside of the shutter. This is the thickness of the shutter, not the outside, just the thickness. So some areas will have a bit more white, and some areas no. So because the light is not going to hit those shutters the same everywhere. Most of the time, it's going to be highlighted more on top, and it'd be darker at the bottom. Now, this part right here, I just put more black in there. Now the same, I'm using now a good flat brush.
Right.
And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take highlighted green, and I'm just going to come over here and do the same. If your line is wobbly and you can't see the one underneath, just draw with any pencil crayon, white or any color that you can see. Just draw a line and then go over it with the highlight. It doesn't have to be really like highlighted everywhere. A hint is enough. Yep, a hint is good enough. Now, let's put a hint of those slats. Dip my brush in a bit of water. And again, the hint of slats, they really don't have to be all the same color or the same distance. A hint is enough. Now, my slats are not going all of them in the right direction, but that's okay. it really isn't important. I'm going to highlight a bit. Now I'm going to go back to black and sap green and darken because I have white in here. I'm going to darken a bit. So it's a medium tone, and see if I can highlight this part of the. If it's not enough highlight, I'm going to add a bit of white. Yeah, that's better. So I'll explain in a minute. So this is a highlighted with more white in here, that line, because that's the one that catches the light. This is more medium tone. And then I go back here to the highlighted part, like here, like the outside. So there's more white in here. But this one all around is a medium tone. So it's in between. It's in between the dark, the light. So this is really, really dark. That's light. These lines are light. And this one is light. And this is medium. So if you can see that medium tone, you're okay. And you really don't have to make it look perfect. It's not going to look perfect anyway. It's hard to make it look perfect. And you don't want to. Okay. Bit of water. Touch of white in here. And again. A hint. If you get a hint, that's awesome. Water will help because what happens is like you're glazing. So it's not heavy. Oh, it's heavy. So it shouldn't be too heavy. Your paint shouldn't be too heavy. It should look like, it should be like a glaze. And it doesn't have to be all the same color everywhere. So if you have parts that are darker, parts light, that's even better. These shutters usually are not painted all the same. I mean, they are green, but from sun and weather and all kinds of stuff, it will some areas will look like they're the paint is perfect, and then other areas will be weathered. Okay, again, right here. Okay, so now that's good. I like the way it is. I am going to shift to the second one because I'm using the same colors right now, and then I'll go back to this and I'll adjust what I need to do, like any detail that I need to adjust. Okay. Now, next one. I'm going to do the same. I have a bit more green in here. So my brush stroke is going in the same direction of the shutter. It's on an angle. It's not straight. So my brush stroke is not straight. It goes with the angle of the, especially the inside panels. Outside panels, we can get away with that. That's okay. But the inside panels, we need to make sure. Okay. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to take white. And of course, with acrylics, we wait for it to dry and then we go back and adjust anything that needs to be adjusted. Side of the part, this side of the panel.
Ooh.
Might require a couple of times to get the values going in the right direction. All right. Okay. Okay, so now next step is putting the slats in so I can see the direction of the shutters. All right. Thank God we have plants on this side. Okay. All right, that's good. Now let's try to get the outer part of the shutter going. All right. So my color is not really, it's more like a glaze, so it's not very thick. That will help when I'm highlighting. Okay. And white, what white does, it makes my green less saturated. So it takes away the dark. The dark color in there, it makes it more softer actually.
Yeah, it'd be like 3 balls.
Mm?
Sorry, I was talking to my husband.
Ah. More white now because it's drying, so I can tell right now where I need to highlight more on this side, and I can see outside. The thickness of that shutter should be highlighted more. Right here and right there. That's good. And even this one here needs to be highlighted a bit more. Black at the bottom. That's good that we're doing the shutter right now because we can always reshape anything that we need to do, like reshape with the frame, the outside frame. So right now that looks good to me on this side, but it doesn't look good on this side. So I will be reshaping this later on. Now let's do the frame. Same, black, sap green. And let's take some white, put it in. Make sure that the white is not too strong. I'm putting some water in here. So, and I'm wiping my brush. Let's try and see. Oh, no, that's too strong. Let's go back. Okay. That's much better. I'm going to leave a very thin line of dark green in between the shutter and the frame. If you want, you can put tape on both sides. You can tape this part and tape that part and paint. But it doesn't really need to be done that way. Can you see the very thin line I'm leaving in between the dark line? Between the frame and the actual door of like the shutter itself. So I'm taking advantage of the dark green that I have underneath. Oh man.
Ooh.
And like I said, mentioned before, it doesn't have to be perfect. The green. If it looks weathered, it's better. There we go. A hint of that green, a hint of the line. We don't really need to see the line, the black line in between or the dark line in between all the way down perfectly. If you see a hint, that's fine. That's enough. You know, when in painting, the straight, strong lines are not
Ideal.
yeah. You want to camouflage them a bit because they're strong. So see, like, look, this part here, I like this part better because I can see a hint of that line. I will go in and enhance it a bit, but some of those are connected, which is nicer. It's better than this one. This one looks like it's all perfect. So I could just go in and then just kind of camouflage some of it. Here we go. Just, I don't want that line to go all the way down, the black line. Connect it in some areas. Like this, just give a hint, just a hint of that line. There, that's better. Okay, let's take some black with green. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. Is the frame green and medium or light?
Medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just at this point, I'm just going to go back with black and sap green and add white. Like my brush, enhance a bit the highlights on this side and in here too, just a bit.
Lael, on the right-hand side, is the frame highlighted or is that dark in there?
The frame right here?
On the right-hand side, yeah, right there where you are now. Did you highlight in there as well?
Yes. I did highlight it the same as this one, same as the frame, the shutter itself.
Okay.
Same value, kind of very close value. If it's not the same, it's very close. But I left that line in between, a dark line, just to separate the shutter from the frame itself. Good. we go. Now, part of the shutter in the reference is highlighted a bit with the sun, like a sunny part. Well, we can do this, or we can just ignore it. We could highlight it a bit with more like a yellowish part, yellow green. I'll try it on mine, and if it works, then we can do that. If it doesn't work, then we just ignore it. No, not bad.
Did you highlight the shutter on the left side,
Yeah.
but not as strong as the right side, right?
No, but
Sorry,
it wasn't intentional. I'll go back and adjust it. If the sun is hitting this window, then part of this, some part of the, you see a bit of that sun. It should be on both sides. I'm assuming most of these darks that you see are from the tree in front of this house. There's a tree that casting all these shadows. So this usually what I do is I wait a bit when I highlight, and then I go back and adjust my highlights. So now I'm going to go back using white, black, and green. Just come to this part and highlight the shutter a bit. I was just waiting for it to dry. And whatever, any part that we don't like, we can easily next time add leaves, from the tree over it and camouflage it. Right, so this is looking too dark right now. I don't know why it's looking too dark on the monitor. It's not that dark here, but I'll soften this a bit with dry brush. Whoa. Yeah, that's better. It's not that dark in here. if you can camouflage some lines with the paint, it's good. It helps. I'm sorry, I have to turn this around because it's not working. Okay. So wherever I put a highlight on the frame, a highlight of sun, I'm going to do the same over here.
You add yellow to that?
Yes, I'm adding yellow and a bit of white to my greens.
So it's green. Is there black in there too?
Yes, yes. It's the base, the base is the same. It's green and black. And then I'm adding yellow and white. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to just put a bit of that sunny part. And then do the same over on this side. It's good. You know, when I put the color, if I find that it's too strong, I just wait for it to dry and then I glaze it. I put some very thin layer of greens over it and it will be fine. That's good. All right, let's do that. That's looking good. Let's continue a bit on this side, just a bit. Okay. We can do the same on this side too. Just add a bit of highlights. It makes it look much more interesting. You know, when you use black, if you mix black and yellow, you'll get green. It's a muted green, but there's a green in there. It's a very nice green. So right now, so you can't go wrong with this, because even the black is going to make your color, your black and yellow will make it green. Okay. let's do this. Let's try it this way. Try to put a highlight in here. I don't want to put the highlights in the same place, all of them. So just kind of. Okay, so now if I go now, like if I find that it's too many highlights in here and it does not looking good, I can go back and soften a bit using black, green, and some white. Oh. I'm just toning down this part a bit. Okay.
Is your highlight very yellow?
Yes, it is very yellow. Yes, it's cadmium yellow light with white and the base color of the green shutter, which is black and
So you added a lot more yellow?
yes, yes. So I'm trying to show more of like a sunny part with the sun hitting that area. So yes, it is. To answer your question, yes. So and to make it look more, oh, wow, that's really yellow. But that's okay. I mean, if it goes, if you do this and you find that it's too yellow, let it dry and then tone
no,
it down.
Mine is not yellow enough. It's
Okay.
color's getting sucked into the glass.
Oh, okay. Is your black still wet? Shouldn't. It should sit on top.
No, it's not wet. It's just.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to process what you meant.
Mm.
No, it's not. It's just I don't think I'm putting enough yellow in.
Okay, yeah. Put some yellow in there. It will pick up on the yellow that we have on the wall. And everything right now looks a bit strange, but that's okay. Wait, we're not done yet. There's so much gonna be happening. So whatever you see right now, try not to adjust it too much. I'm sure everything is going to look good. It's going to look fine by the time we do the rest of the painting. I'm sorry, I have to turn this around for a minute. That's the only way. I can make it look decent.
Ah,
Okay, so too many of those shutters are showing. The lines inside the shutters, it's just too many. So I'm gonna go back to black and green. I'm gonna add a bit of white in it, wipe my brush, and let's see, let's go for more green and more black in there. Okay, wipe my brush and try to camouflage some of these. Just too many. Okay, that's better. What I'm doing right now is I am actually glazing over to tone them down. Tone it down here too. Okay, that's better.
and we don't care that you can't see through them.
Yeah, no, we don't care. If we do that, if we go through that, we want to see through them, that's too much happening and it's going to take away from the rest of the painting. We don't want to do that. There's a lot of work going to be happening over here. So they are supposed to be kind of there, but not there.